Hey guys, welcome to the Squared Circle with Daphne.
And Nick, guys, if you haven't, go ahead and 5-knuckle shuffle into that subscribe. We need those subscribers. By the way, our Wrestlemania t-shirt giveaway is still going on. All you have to do is like, comment, and subscribe to the video. We will pick the winner based on the comments. Be sure to check your notifications this Saturday because that is when we are going to pick the one lucky winner.
Yep. Anyway, so we are going to talk about WrestleMania. Yes, we were there. Yes, it was awesome. But to keep the video short, we are just going to go over the matches that had title defenses and, of course, the tag team match with Cody, Seth, The Rock, and Roman.
Yeah, so let's jump into WrestleMania 40, the greatest WrestleMania ever, supposedly. Anyways, we had Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch first. This match was decent overall. We all knew that Rhea was retaining, so there's no new news there. I will say Rhea's entrance was so BA. Got to keep it clean, of course, for all the young ones watching. We loved every moment of it. Here's a short little video of the entrance. If you look down right here, I'm right there because I have it live. No massive real moments, no insane crowd pops in the stadiums, just a title defense that was a little bit lackluster, especially for all the hype that they built up for it.
Yeah. Next up, we had the 12-man ladder match. 12-man ladder match. We started with Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, R-Truth, The Miz, Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate, Austin Theory, Grayson Waller, plus Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, that all threw down with Finn Balor and Damian Priest for those tag titles. I want you to go ahead and picture a scene where there's 12 half-naked adult men climbing up ladders and scuffling over 4 shiny fancy belts. That's exactly what it was.
And that sounds like my dream. Anyways, Theory and Waller snagged the SmackDown titles early on, but their celebration was cut short faster than a cameo you paid $25 for. R-Truth really is just carrying the comedy aspect of WWE. In a later segment of the match, R-Truth momentarily forgot the match type, was begging for a tag in, and after his special, he tried for a pin, which was sparking both confusion and laughter. And that part was honestly the best part of the night as well. R-Truth tagged into the 5-knuckle shuffle and attitude adjustment the person to seal a 3-count pin, even though it didn't count. I will say, for the pop in the stadium, it counted for everyone else and us. During his signature move, the sound level in the stadium was so loud, it was near deafening.
Ending on a high note, R-Truth's WWE's beloved eternal goofball clinched the Raw Tag Team Championships, marking a WrestleMania moment he probably won't forget. No promises. The Miz, ever the supportive partner, scaled the ladder for a victory hug, ensuring their win was as heartwarming as it was humorous.
Exactly. Now let's jump to that Intercontinental Championship with Sami Zayn and Gunther. Before Sami went to challenge Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship, Kevin Owens met him upon the curtain to wish him luck. The crowd in the stadium, when we saw KO, we went nuts after that heartfelt moment. It was kind of bring us back to them in the tag team division. Facing Gunther, Zayn wasn't just the underdog, he was literally the underpuppy. The crowd in the stadium was fully on Team Zayn, turning the arena into a choir of support. The match went as you guessed. Gunther played the role of the immovable object, Zayn was the unstoppable force, and their dance was a loop of domination, comeback, counter, and repeat. The physical toll in that match was so visible. There was bruises, bumps, and notably Gunther's chest, looking like hamburger meat, lost a fight with a paintball gun. In the match, Sami took a beating but just refused to stay down. We could hear the thunderous chops that both Sami and Gunther were doing from our seats. Like, they were so loud, it was crazy. Zayn made a miraculous comeback, delivering not 1, not 2, but 3 haluva kicks to Gunther, finally putting the Australian Titan down for the count. In a true old-fashioned underdog story, Zayn emerged as the new Intercontinental Champion, ending Gunther's reign in a battle that was both brutal and touching. And finally, we had The Rock and Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. In my opinion, insanely overbooked, overhyped match. Started off slow and stayed there the whole match. It was like watching wrestling in slow motion. We understand The Rock hasn't wrestled in 10 years, but come on, for this to be billed as the greatest tag team match of all time, it was a letdown. We all knew the Bloodline was going to win this match. WWE could have made it way more eventful and fast-paced without the risk of injury.
Absolutely. We've seen a lot of comments online about the vibe of the crowd for night one being lame, but the vibe matched the matches. Performance-wise, it just left more to be desired. All I'm saying is, if you're going to have us freezing our butts off in 37-degree weather, then you should probably get our blood pumping with an unforgettable performance to heat us up.
Exactly, especially with the 10-mile-per-hour wind the night. So now we're going to jump to night two. We have the beginning with Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre, which was for the World Heavyweight Championship. A little bit of a Damian Priest cash-in.
Absolutely so. Where to begin? This match was by far one of the greatest one of the greatest title matches in recent memory. Both entrances were absolutely fantastic. We need to start there. Drew McIntyre's entrance was a whole Scottish saga, complete with a band and dozens of sword-bearing men. Those bagpipes were so loud, so loud. The entire thing set the stage for a battle that promised to be more than just drama. Seth Rollins made sure that he shone even brighter and more extravagantly than he usually does, and had his own rainbow of musical accompaniment and crazy costumes, because why not? It's Seth freaking Rollins.
That's true. And right off the bell, McIntyre landed a vicious claymore that almost ended things before the audience could even sit down after the injuries. The crowd popped like crazy when this happened with the claymore hit, and Rollins was able to beat the 3 count. Rollins managed a pedigree on the floor outside the ring, but he hurt his knee in the process, which was followed by a stomp that barely missed that would have secured him the win. This opening act set the tone for the match, that was less about finesse and more about who could land the knockout punch first. After a pedigree and 3 stomps, McIntyre landed his 4th Claymore, turning Rollins' defiance into defeat and taking the World Heavyweight Championship from the Visionary. There was a moment of respect between Rollins and McIntyre at the end of the match, where Rollins told him he deserved it. But this is not the end. Drew went to CM Punk at the announcer's table and started bragging and taunting Punk. Punk gave in and retaliated after Drew made a rather obscene gesture at him and knocked Drew off his feet, hitting him with his tricep brace after he wrapped it around his hand. Damian came out sprinting to Drew, throwing his briefcase in Drew's face, and the briefcase flew up like at least 3 feet in the air while Drew was getting up. Damian then threw Drew in the ring and hit him with the South of Heaven that had Drew taking a quick 3-count nap. And so, history was written. After 5 minutes of Drew winning the belt, Damian was the new heavyweight champ. What a match. 10 out of 10. Would watch again.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Next up, we had a triple threat match for the U.S. Championship with Logan Paul, KO, and Randy Orton. Logan Paul rolled up in a big truck with a Prime mascot to defend his United States Championship against Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens embraced his inner Uber driver and ferried himself and Orton to the ring in a golf cart, setting the tone for the evening's absurdity. Initially, they teamed up to turn Paul into their own personal ragdoll, but Owens and Orton's alliance crumbled when they remembered that they were actually competitors, which led to a sequence straight out of a sitcom.
So the match itself was an entertaining circus of acrobats, humor, and improbable stunts, with Paul proving that he's just a walking meme in wrestling boots. The highlight reel moment came when Orton unmasked the Prime mascot to reveal YouTuber iShowSpeed, only to bark at him. And then Randy hit him with an RKO that was supposed to break the announcer table, but it didn't. This highlight sent shockwaves across the internet despite the chaos. And then Paul managed to retain his title with a frog splash on Owens that ended the match on a high note of lunacy and athleticism.
Yep. Next up, we had Io Sky versus Bayley for the Undisputed Women's Championship. The ultimate showdown of ex-besties, Bayley and Io Sky turned their former friendship saga into a wrestling clinic for the WWE's Women's Championship. Right off the bat, Bayley showed she meant business, sending Sky outside the ring for a quick timeout. Sky didn't shy away, targeting Bayley's notorious leg, but it was clear no chairs or gimmicks needed here. Top-notch wrestling chops. The match was a back-and-forth ballet of counters and near misses. In the end, Bayley clinched the win and the title, proving friendships might break, but the championship gold is forever.
Yep, that's true. And then finally, we're going to hit it with the undisputed WWE Universal Title Championship match between Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. In a match that kicked off with Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns sizing each other up like two cats in a standoff, we quickly moved from standard wrestling fare to let's make the crowd go wild mode. Rhodes flirted with chaos by teasing a table, only for Reigns to act like the party pooper we all know he is, tucking the table back under the ring, because apparently we just can't have nice things.
Yep. This main event featured guest appearances by the Usos, who seemed to have a table-breaking contest, and Solo Sikoa, who nearly ruined Rhodes' night until John Cena...
You can't see me.
What?
And I didn't see him. I didn't see anyone
I didn't see him. Anyway, John Cena decided to come out and play hero. Just when you thought this match couldn't get any better, The Rock showed up, obviously, giving us a little taste of the rock bottom with Cena being the receiver. Then, in a plot twist no one saw coming, Seth Rollins came in his Shield apparel and tried to join the chaos, only to be greeted by Reigns' fist. But wait, there's more.
There's more.
There's more. The Undertaker came out of the darkness with his legendary bell ring, choke slamming The Rock to help Cody even the odds. The crowd went absolutely nuts for this entire thing.
Yeah, and
Nick went absolutely nuts.
It's the Undertaker. What can I say? But in the end, Cody finally. Oh, whatever. In the end, Cody finally took down Reigns with a trio of crossroads, claiming victory with emotional sentiments towards his family and his father, Dusty. As the new champ celebrated, turned into a feel-good WWE family reunion in the ring, wrapping up WrestleMania's 40th anniversary with a bow pure of wrestling joy. What a WrestleMania. Now we're jumping to Raw.
Yep. The Raw after Mania was not exactly what we were expecting. But it did do a decent job at continuing to evolve the storylines.
So the evening began with Triple H heralding the start of the era as COO by praising WrestleMania 40 and introducing the new undisputed WWE Universal Champion Cody Rhodes. This segment set the stage for future showdowns between Rhodes and The Rock, hinting at a major event possibly happening at SummerSlam. Their exchange had a little bit of everything: respect, rivalry, and a tease at future conflicts. We had strong audience approval and chants, making for a memorable kickoff to the post-WrestleMania season.
Absolutely. Next, we had the NXT champion Ilja Dragunov, who made a surprise appearance facing off against Shinsuke Nakamura in a match that showcased Dragunov's dominance and skill, establishing him as a formidable competitor on the main roster. This match served more as an introduction to Dragunov's non-NXT watchers.
Yeah, and then after that we had the Judgment Day celebrating segment quickly. That fell into chaos, leading to a 6-man tag team match featuring John Cena and the Awesome Truth triumphing over Dominic Mysterio, JD McDonough, and Finn Balor. This match pushed ongoing storylines and the enduring popularity of Cena alongside the narrative involving the Raw tag team titles, the Awesome Truth, and the Judgment Day.
Yeah, it also sounds like we might be getting a little more Cena in our future. Who knows?
Yeah, and we can't see him, which makes it even worse.
Yeah. Anyway, back to the women's division. Roxanne Perez, the NXT Women's Champion, continued her winning momentum with a victory over Indy Hartwell, further hinting at her readiness for the main roster and the end of the Hartwell-LeRae friendship. This match, along with the backstage altercation involving Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley, gave us a glimpse at the potential future of women's division narratives.
And then after that, we had the new Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn and Chad Gable teamed up against Imperium in a match that continued the rivalry between the Imperium and Zayn and Gable, all while showcasing the talents of all four competitors. The match ultimately solidified Zayn and Gable's partnership in the continuation of the conversion of their storylines. Sami went a step further and offered Gable a title match, which will be on next week on Raw for that IC. Already defending it.
Already.
So, yep.
Man of his word.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we had Jade Cargill securing a quick and hilarious victory over Chelsea Green. Nothing notable, but it did provide another moment of comedic relief and another glimpse of the absolute powerhouse that is Jade Cargill.
She is jacked, I will say that.
Yeah.
So the night finished with a fatal 4-way match to determine the number 1 contender for the world heavyweight championship. Jey Uso emerged victorious with the help of CM Punk in a high-stakes match against Drew McIntyre, Bronson Reed, and Ricochet. In the final moments of the fatal 4-way, Ricochet, who's insane, jumped off the top rope, slamming Bronson Reed through the announcer table. While this was happening, CM Punk then distracted Drew McIntyre, which allowed Jey to finish the match with one of his finishers. Of course, the match was ultimately setting up a future title match against Damian Priest and intensifying existing rivalries in the men's division. Overall, the Raw after WrestleMania delivered on its promise of surprises, excitement, and laying the groundwork for future storylines. And then when Raw ended, also CM Punk just came on the mic and was thanking the city of Philadelphia for everything from WrestleMania to his early beginnings.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's anything else you want to let them know?
Oh, draft is happening at the end of the month. 3 weeks.
Oh yeah,
until the draft.
April 28th or something.
Something like that. It's the end of the month. It's in 3 weeks.
Yeah, but it's scripted, so who knows?
We'll see. We'll see what happens. I think the belts are gonna end up splitting.
Yeah, I think they have to.
So,
Definitely.
anyway, that's all for now. We'll see you next week. Bye.
See you guys later.